Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. I am Donna and this is Brian. We decided to do a podcast on men's mental health to kind of break the stigma, to let people know that it's okay for men not to be okay, that they can suffer from anxiety, depression, or panic disorder, and they should feel okay to talk about it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. We started with Brian's story because Brian suffers from all of that and just how he's gotten through it and how it's affected his life and what works for him and what doesn't. We don't
Suffer from all what?
the anxiety, panic disorder, and depression.
Oh, I didn't even hear you say that. I thought you just said mental illness. I'm like,
No. So we're not giving medical advice. It's just his opinion, what's worked for him, and like how he's dealt with it. This is not geared towards children. There's some adult content, and his language can get a little shady at times.
shady.
And if you are easily offended, I would advise you not to watch this. Okay. So today's episode, we've touched base on previous episodes about how your panic disorder and the what if thinking prevents you from doing things. Mm-hmm. Whether it's vacation, going somewhere. How do you feel that it affects your long-term goals and your short-term goals?
I don't know that I really made any long-term ones. Besides us getting a house and...
No, that's not what I mean by goal. I mean, like, stuff that you'd want to do. Like, not just goals, like things that you would want to do. Like, stuff that's on your bucket list or something like that.
Yeah, I mean... And I've probably adjusted or changed that numerous times in the past 33 years of dealing with it. Prior to it, I didn't have any real... like wanted to see this or wanted to do that. I don't know if that's normal for teenagers or whatever. Like after it seemed to be like when I couldn't do it, like the Rocky Mountains, that's somewhere I always wanted to see, like Colorado, Wyoming.
It might not have been after you started with it, because you started with it at an age where you start planning. So I don't know. Yeah, it could be one or the other because, you're right. Usually a teenager doesn't, unless they really excel at something, like somebody who excels at golf, like their bucket list might be to play in, what do they call it? The U.S. Opens or something, whatever they're called. Yeah. But if you don't excel in anything, and I'm not saying you didn't excel in anything, but if there wasn't something that you excelled in and there was a Super Bowl at the end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's not an art hall of fame.
Right. So
or at least I don't know of one.
So by the time you would start planning your bucket list, it's around the time that you developed or made clear the panic disorder, I should say. Not developed it, but was made clear of it. Right. So
yeah, I mean, the big one was always, or whenever it came out, was I always wanted to see the West and not the West Coast. I have no interest in the West Coast, but Colorado, Wyoming, the Black Hills, Mount Rushmore in South Dakota, the Rocky Mountains, that was always something that, we're close to the, they call them Poconos? Now you say it weird, and now you got me doing it. Poconos. No, whatever. Poconos? Yeah, Poconos. It got me. I'm like, I'm about to say it the way you do, and I'm like, no.
I say it fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you really want me to on camera?
Go ahead.
Okay, Poconos.
That's not how I thought you said it.
That's the only way I can say it.
Yeah.
It's the other stuff that I can't say right. The shiny stuff.
Well, that's part of the Appalachian Mountains, and I've never been up there.
What about Tennessee?
The Smoky Mountains are another one, and it wasn't until you went and we're sending pictures of like Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Cherokee Nation in North Carolina, I believe,
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful.
in the Smoky Mountains, and
But
so that became one. Williamsburg, Virginia, the old the settlement they have there. That's
yeah,
like from the 1700s. That was something that I wanted to see prior. I had been, when I was probably 12 or 13. I was in Busch Gardens in Richmond, Virginia, I think,
we'll go with that.
or maybe it was Williamsburg. I don't know. I didn't see that part. We just saw Busch Gardens,
Yeah, it's Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. So
Six Flags, or whatever it's called at the time. Might want to tighten that up a little.
I did. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm good. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Tennessee came after that. Now, Vermont in the fall is one that I've always wanted to do for as long as I can remember, but I don't know when I started that memory or not.
That's on my bucket list. Vermont.
I would like to get up to Poconos.
So that
And that one I think is achievable at some point under the right circumstances.
I think personally, and people can think I'm nuts. I don't care. I think that is one of the most beautiful places. There's so much
What?
upstate. Because
Poconos?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
because there's so many places up there. Like we have our own falls. You have Bushka Falls. There's so many things up there that is absolutely beautiful. And it's whether you go in the summer, whether you go in the fall, or whether you go in the winter. It's always beautiful.
Yeah, I would want fall or winter. I don't no part of the summer. I can't stand the heat. And kind of it's just because I've never seen a mountain. Like when I was delivering luggage, I delivered out to a town past Reading. I want to say it was called Pine Hill, Pine Ridge, Pine something. And that may have been part of the mountain chain, like an outer part of it or something,
Okay.
where you went up and it kind of, I didn't see it in the distance. It just kind of was there at one point and got a little foggy as you went up,
Okay.
and then came down the other side. But it wasn't like looking at the mountains like when you see in pictures.
So
Of course, on the other side of it became like the movie Deliverance,
I've been
and
there, done that.
and I got very nervous because
So
it literally felt like I was in the middle of nowhere.
so it's bringing back trauma for me.
Deliverance?
Driving through it, yes, I was there 6 months ago.
What do you?
When I drove through Deliverance 6 months ago. It was Deliverance.
That was Connecticut and Massachusetts, not even close.
We talked before on one of the episodes about you going through a tunnel. I know you won't go underwater. Through a tunnel underwater.
If I don't know, I don't. Yeah, this is another completely goofy thing. It's just like, unfortunately, I saw a movie, the Stallone movie Daylight, where the Hudson River, whatever, collapses into the
That's
tunnel.
what set you off, like not the panic disorder once you saw that movie?
Yeah, because I'd been through. I was actually in Baltimore after I had the panic disorder started. I was in Baltimore Inner Harbor with the girls and went through the tunnel because it's not that long. I mean, you're literally in it for what, 2 or 3 minutes
If that. So
if there's no traffic. Now that's another thing. If I got stuck in it, I would lose my shit.
and
Like the car would get left there, and I would just walk out the back and just start walking
within the
home.
last year I've been through it 6 times because I took the kids down to the museum. But so let me ask you a question. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or funny. I'm being very serious about this. So you saw that movie. So now you won't go through an under the water tunnel.
I mean, also is to being trapped. If traffic just stopped, if me and you went there and it just traffic dead stopped in the middle of the tunnel, like either we're getting out or I'm getting out, and I'm walking. I think there's a walkway, or there used to be, and I'm walking out one way or the other.
But that's no different than on a bridge. You would do the same thing on a bridge if you got stuck. Mm-hmm. That I
But
get.
it's still open, and I can take a dive off the bridge into the river. You can't do that in a tunnel. You're just shit out of luck.
The outcome's the same. If you dive off the bridge into the water, you're not going to swim to safety. I'm just saying.
Either way, it's over.
But so I guess my whole thing is there's been other movies that, and it's a movie. It's not a true story. The bridge never. I mean, the tunnel never filled with water.
I can swim in ocean because there is no such thing as Jaws. Like,
there's sharks in the ocean.
Not Jaws. There isn't a 30-foot shark that eats boats and swallows, towns. It's
correct, but there's still sharks in the ocean that will chew people.
And the likelihood of that happening is
about as likelihood as that under the water bridge tunnel filling up with the water.
Once again,
that's what I'm not being sarcastic.
None of this is rational, logical, or whatever. There's people that will not go into water they can't see the bottom of, and it freaks them out. Where I could care less what's underneath of me. I'll swim out in the ocean, and I've been out far enough to where the lifeguards start freaking out.
Okay.
And start screaming for you to get back, and I didn't even know I was out that far.
Prior to the panic disorder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like dolphins, like, it's like 20 feet away, there's a little, I'm like, I don't know if that's a shark or a dolphin, but it did make me nervous.
So getting you on a boat would be...
Now?
Yeah.
Nah, not happening.
Okay. Even if the boat was docked?
I don't care if it's an aircraft. Oh, if it's docked? Oh, well, we have the... that's something that I would like to go check out is the... I don't know the name of the battleship over there in Jersey.
The New Jersey.
Oh. I don't know. It's just a battleship sitting over there.
I'm sorry the way you said that.
Well, there's no USS Philadelphia or whatever sitting on this side of the river.
No, but I'm sure there's probably USS Pennsylvania somewhere. Or maybe it
Well, the one in New York is the USS Intrepid. So what's that got to do with New York?
I don't know. What's Intrepid mean?
I don't. Got me.
How about the Michelou to have dinner?
No. Just because I know the menu and it's just overpriced and nasty ass food.
Okay.
And if it's moving...
Oh, no, the Michelou stays there. It doesn't move.
I'm going to say if it's like bobbing around, dinner probably won't be there very long.
Well, I don't know if it's in water, so...
That'd be a huge waste of money.
Okay, so... All right, so going back to the mountains, the tunnel.
My stuff's landlocked, and most of it, most people would find, like, boring. But I like... If you've noticed, most of them don't involve a lot of people.
Well, so Bushkill Falls, would you be able to do that?
I don't know what that is.
So it's Pennsylvania's version of Niagara Falls.
Where is it?
In Pennsylvania. Up the mountains.
Central Pennsylvania in the Poconos?
Yes.
Okay.
If you could get there, and that's the big thing. If you could get there, would you be able to do the waterfalls?
The Poconos are something that... Oh, wait. I've seen that. That's nothing like Niagara Falls.
It's called Niagara Falls, Pennsylvania, but...
Well, I don't know why. I've seen pictures of it, and it's nowhere near that. It's a series of falls, but it's nothing that massive.
No, it goes into a big one, but yeah, it's a series of falls. It's beautiful.
Like I said, the Poconos are about as far away as the shore. It's about the same amount of time, hour and 45, 2 hours. So I have done that with going to the shore since. There was a pretty long gap, but in 2016, that was probably the last time. Well, I've been to AC, but that's all. I mean, I can get there in like 45 minutes.
All right, how about going down south? Any desire or no? I mean,
Well, I mean, Tennessee's south, isn't it?
yeah, but I meant, well, that's doable for you. Actually, yeah, we went to Dover.
What?
No, it wasn't Dover. Where did we go? When we drove down to
In
Delaware.
Delaware?
Yeah.
Delaware Park?
Where's that at?
In Newark?
Oh.
It's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, for some reason I thought we went further than that.
You know, that's nothing. A lot of it also is I gave up on a lot of that like a while ago too, where it was just like it's just never going to happen. So just, you know, all I'm doing is torturing myself with thinking that it could be possible, and it's just not going to happen. So, you know, the bucket list went, you know, from here to, you know, I'm hoping to get to like Gettysburg. Again, I don't think that's a hot spot for most people, but I love history.
For you, yeah, it would be.
So I love the United States history and the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars, all that. So I would love to be able to go to Gettysburg and even maybe take the motorcycle out and do some of the areas and, you know, see that stuff. But even that, you know, I think about it and I'm like, that ain't like a day trip. Like, you're going to have to stay out there. So that's when I start to go, yeah, I don't know. But everything is just, you know, we might just find ourselves in Valley Forge or something one day and just, I'm feeling really good and confident, and let's just start heading north and see what happens. Because, I mean, the good thing is there's no pressure on me. If we make it, we make it. If I have to turn around, then I know you don't care.
Nope, not at all.
You'd be more bummed for me than you.
Yeah, I mean, and most of the places that you've said, with the exception of out west, either isn't top notch on my list or I've been there. Not that would make a difference, but I understand where you're coming from. So it's not like I would be like, oh, just push it. Come on, try it. That's just not me. And if you're not up to it or you don't feel good, you're not going to enjoy it anyway. So what's the sense?
No, and if it goes to the point of a full-blown panic attack and I'm 2 hours away, then that's going to be the most uncomfortable 2 hours coming back. Not just for me. It's, you know, unfortunately, it just, everybody get the fuck out of my way, and, you know, I'm hauling ass down wherever. But like Vermont is one that, again, mapped it out, and if you go up, like up through Pennsylvania and like northern New Jersey, and like completely skip going anywhere near New York City because I have no interest in being, one, I don't even care about being in the state of New York. I definitely don't want to be anywhere near New York City.
When I went up to get my dad, I didn't go through New York. Well, I went through New York, but not New York City, did I?
Yes, yeah, you did.
Was it New York City? Yeah, I know.
Well, outer borough, but it's still New York City.
Yeah, because we went over the whatchamacallit bridge, the
Farazana Straits.
Yeah. Okay, is that what it's called?
Or Farazana Bridge, whatever.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, most of that ride, if I had to do it again, which hopefully I won't.
I took the ride on the phone. I was doing navigation and laughing at them.
Connecticut was cool. And that was only cool because I passed the WWE place.
WWE warehouse in Stamford.
there were certain things that were pretty cool about it, but keep in mind it was also late at night.
Yeah, I mean, what were you actually seeing?
But I mean, and I'm all for. I love driving. I love riding in a car. I love driving, so it wouldn't faze me to.
I hope so, because we do a lot of that. Let's just go for a ride and end up being out for like 3 hours driving around and bullshitting.
Yeah. So Vermont could be doable.
I mean, I've mapped it out. It's like 5.5 hours to this one little town. I want to say it's Stowe, Vermont, which I'm assuming is named after the guy who made the Liberty Bell pass in Stowe.
I don't know. I know Stowe, Vermont, because that's where my parents went on their honeymoon.
Oh, is that right on the river?
Okay.
It's not okay. It's if you know, you know. If not, then anyway, there's a town that's like right on a river, and one side of it's, I guess, part of the mountains. And we were finding like Airbnbs and cabins, like houses that you could just rent, or cabins that are kind of there overlooking this little town. And then you can just go into town. Like, that's my kind of thing.
Right.
Like, go to like the local diner or where the locals eat. Because if the locals eat there, then you know it's good.
Right.
Or at least you're not going to die.
Unless it's a population of 4.
Well, this town's a little bigger than that. Yeah, there's nothing. And I know. Okay, Mount Rushmore may be touristy. I don't know about these days, but
what is it?
I don't know that I want to go like up to the actual park. I would just be like to be riding and see it, and that would be enough for me.
Why? I'm just curious.
Just so I could see it in person. Because I know that in person things are way different than pictures or documentaries.
Right, I get that. I guess I'm not a.
Well, again, I'm a history.
Yeah, I'm not. Like,
you know.
How about Washington D.C.? How about Washington D.C.?
I was there when I was a kid. Again, it's. I think it's too touristy for me. I've seen the Washington Monument. I've been there. I've been to the Lincoln Memorial. Washington Zoo, I think. I'm trying.
Isn't that the whole town?
Well, no, it's a circus.
Oh. I've been to the Lincoln Memorial. Or the Lincoln Memorial, yeah.
Yeah, well, and the Washington Memorial is at the other end of it, of the reflecting pool or whatever that is.
I don't think I walked down there. I may have, I don't remember. Arlington Cemetery.
I don't remember being there.
I will tell you, if you ever go to Washington, D.C., there's 3 things you should check. You should see. Arlington Cemetery, the changing of the guard.
Right.
The Eternal Flame. I'm a Kennedy buff, sorry.
And the wall.
Yeah, the Vietnam Wall.
That's literally probably the only reason I would want to go back down there. Like, and again, I was 8.
So the wall wasn't there.
Well, and again, it wasn't my choice where to go.
Right.
We were coming back from Disney World and
Okay.
stopped there for 2 days, I think. I know we went to the zoo, and I don't remember being there, but I've seen the pictures, so I know we were there. But I do remember the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Memorial. I'm sure we probably did some other stuff, maybe the Smithsonian. I don't know. And that's another one where history, Smithsonian, I have no interest.
But it's not really history anymore. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong.
They
but
have their section, but yeah, it's kind of turned into a goof.
like, there's things in the Smithsonian that I'm like,
Why?
why? Took the words right out of my mouth. Like, why?
Yeah, I don't. But it's not.
Like, there was talk.
Where, like, here we have the Franklin Institute, which I hadn't been to since I was probably a teenager. And then we went in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, this,
And loved it.
Yeah,
And I love the Academy of Natural Sciences. I love the University of Penn Museum.
I've never been there.
They have like the mummy. They always have like the Egyptian thing
Yeah.
and the mummies. It's a history, so I don't know how much you would. You would probably like some of the mummification stuff or the mummies, because they used to bring over what they would say is King Tut or whatever,
Right.
and that would be like once a year there'd be that thing there. But that's my kind of stuff. Battlefields.
And we've hit a lot of them.
Been to a couple. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say a lot. There's a lot more around here. I mean, I haven't been to Valley Forge since I was a kid, except driving through what roads are actually open at night at 3 in the morning and you're not seeing shit.
If you could pick one place that you would want to try to go first, where would it be?
Probably Gettysburg.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean,
Just because of the history. That was one of the more devastating battles in that war.
so I was there probably 11, 12 years ago now. And it's crazy. You're driving down the street and you see houses that actually still have the bullet holes in them. It's pretty unique. But yeah, Gettysburg makes sense. Well, and what you can do is each time just go a little further and see what happens. Don't put stress on you.
Yeah, it's just my thing is the whole staying somewhere. That's where I start to get a little like, but, and I don't want to have to take meds to do it
Right.
because then I feel like I didn't do it, they did.
Right. No, I get you.
And it doesn't feel like a success or a win in any way because I couldn't do it without taking something. So that I'm almost to the point where I'd rather not do it than see it while taking meds. Because, like I said, I'm just going to see it as, a failure because I had to take the meds to do it. And I know some people would say, well, at least you did it. Yeah, but I don't want to do at least at this point.
No, I mean, I understand that. And like I said, you start off small and see what you can do and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of stuff that I didn't think I would do, with some of the museums and stuff that I didn't even know existed that you knew of.
Right.
And then you've done some stuff that you hadn't been to that are like 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And you thought it was cool.
Yeah. And I think.
And you're not a history person at all.
No. And I think if you keep your mind open to it, and within the last, I would say, almost 10 years, you've opened your mind to a lot more to at least try. And like you said, it's probably because there's no pressure. If we can do it, we can do it. We can't, we can't.
And most of the time, they're spur of the moment. We don't really like, hey, how about this weekend we go to Brandywine Battlefield?
Because your mind will just be going.
Yeah, I'll just be worrying about it. Like, am I going to be able to do it? Am I going to screw it up for you? And that's usually what my main concern is. I think that one was we just happened to go out and was like, let's go check this out and see what's going on. Now we keep talking about Valley Forge, and again, that's going to be one of those
Hit or miss when we're out.
where for some reason, I don't know why, it just does not click onto my radar when we're out. Like I don't think about it until it's, 2:00 in the morning, and it's like, well, you can see that one thing that's lit up, and that's all you're going to see.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go in the church and see the little cabins, and I don't know if I've ever been to the actual visitor center. Maybe on a school trip, but we're going back to the
60s.
early 80s.
These are things that I'll just make mental notes so we can do when we're out and about.
Yeah, I just always, it's like, yeah, I want to do this, and then I just totally forget about it.
But I do want to remind everybody that if you have something that you want to gear to, start small and then go from there. This way you work up to it. And that's anything in life, not just trips or places to go. Don't always count yourself out.
I mean, do what works for you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I'll eventually get him in a tunnel.
no, you won't.
I'm Mr. T 'em.
There's ways to go around. There's more than one way to get to anywhere.
But
You
yeah.
won't. You won't see me on the Delaware Bay Bridge
Why?
because it's like 8 miles long and 2 miles of it's under the frickin' ocean. Like, I don't think so. Nice try.
Oh, wait a second, guys.
Or the
I know
I'm
something he
sorry.
doesn't know. That's not the Delaware Memorial Bridge.
Chesapeake.
Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. My favorite one.
Whatever. It's the end of Delaware going into whatever.
Eh.
Or Maryland into
It's in Virginia.
Again, I don't need to know it because I'm not going.
And I suck at geography.
I know my oldest daughter, she used to go to Outer Banks, and they used to always go there, and she took pictures, and I'm like,
Yeah, there's pictures of me. Yeah, it's beautiful. Feels like you're riding a
Yeah.
horse going. Do, 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 do.
there's Key West is beautiful. You'll
I won't go
never
big,
see me
yeah.
there.
But I mean,
You won't see me in Florida at all.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm well aware they're going to have to move Disney World up here because that's just too far. It's never going to
have
happen.
it a train ride.
If I can't drive in my own vehicle where it's just me and you, how do you expect me to get on a train with a bunch of assholes? And it's going to take what? A day and a half?
All right, good point.
Could drive down to Disney World in what, 18 hours?
Yeah, about that.
Taking turns and never have to stop? Maybe for gas?
Are you trying to kill me? Yeah, we'd have to stop.
Well, but I'm saying
Yeah.
we don't have to stop and sleep over anywhere.
Oh, no.
But I'm not even doing that. It's just the thought of that is, and honestly, I have no interest in seeing Disney World anymore. Yeah, I turned into a Mickey fan, and I like
Mickey,
the
I am so sorry.
I like the old Disney movies, and Walt Disney. I can't stand the crap that they put out
Right.
now, and what I've seen of the park, it's just a very expensive Six Flags, and I have no interest.
It depends. Disney itself still has the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. It still has It's a Small World. It has the tour of Walt Disney's life. It has that stuff.
Well, they've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff. The old stuff that was there when I went is no longer there.
Like what?
Oh, you just said the Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm pretty sure that changed. Jungle Cruise, that stuff is different.
Some of that went over to Animal Kingdom.
Well,
Like the Jungle Cruise, I believe, went to
here's
Animal
my
Kingdom.
problem. I remember 1978 from the photos. I don't remember much of being
Right.
there. So if I go back and it's all super updated, it's just going to be a bummer.
So
I want to see the old ass animatronics and
I know It's a
that
Small
shit.
World is still like that. And I was there in 2009, and my girlfriend just went 2 years ago, and it was the same way. She went.
I've seen the pictures
Right.
and I just go, yeah,
What is a Small World?
no, of
Oh.
Magic Kingdom. I have no interest in Epcot Center or what are the other, whatever the other theme parks that are all around it.
Well,
and everything.
Disney would be Animal Kingdom,
yeah.
Epcot, Hollywood.
I was going to say Universal Studios, but that's not it.
No,
they have-
Downtown Disney.
But they have a Harry Potter thing and a Star Wars thing and an Indiana Jones thing, and I'm an Indiana Jones fan. I still don't want to see rides about it. I don't care.
It's not a. So it's not. It's
It's just
yeah. It's not a ride, but
anybody can try to sell me on it all they want. It's just never gonna.
Yeah, the Indiana Jones isn't a
I just
ride.
have
It's-
no interest in being around that many people for that kind of money. I would rather, for a couple $100, be out in the middle of nowhere, by the mountains or a river.
Oh, yeah.
Or I just have no interest. Like theme parks, I will never be in another theme park, and that's not even totally panic disorder driven. That's I can't stand people anymore. Like I just don't want to be around them. like walking around a mall and there's 50 people in there, 40 of them are fucking idiots. And it's like, I couldn't even imagine going back to like Great Adventure or Dorney Park or Hershey Park or any of those places because they just are trash. And I can't take.
Yeah, I can't tell you last time. Well, not well. I guess Dollywood when I went down to Tennessee, but that wasn't
I think
even.
that's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a huge amusement park, but
It's
different
from
down
what
there.
I've
Tennessee
seen.
is different.
And I guess it's commercialized, but not to the degree of like Six Flags and
Yeah.
Dorney Park and Hershey Park and those places. It's got shit that most people don't care about. So that's the areas that I want to go.
And what I think is cool about Dolly World is at any time you may see Dolly Parton walking around it. Which
that I don't care about.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like these other huge, like, you're not going to see any, like, you might see stars walking around Disney because they have their family there, but nothing else.
Like parts of Lancaster County, Strasburg Railroad, those areas, that stuff I like. Still, it's still doable. Well, the last time I was there, it was doable. But these other places that used to be okay are just way too overpopulated with assholes. And my patience and tolerance level for stupid shit is just zero. So I have no interest in that.
I get that.
Get me out into like Ridley Creek State Park or some state park that's just got cricks and hills and trees and you can't hear another person. That's where I want to be.
I get that.
I don't think I'll ever see. Well, I know I'm never going to see the Rocky Mountains or any of that stuff out there. Poconos, Gettysburg, maybe Vermont is. I put that in a realm of possibility. You know, going to like Boston or like Salem, Massachusetts, or parts of Maine and stuff like that. I don't see that happening.
I think the best thing to do is just make a small list and see what we can check off of it that's close and go from there.
Yeah, I don't know what besides Valley Forge. I can't really think of anything else that's like close that I'm.
Lancaster.
Huh?
Lancaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty. So that's, I mean and,
Strasburg Railroad. Now, I won't get on the train, even though it's only like 20 minutes or like a ride. It just goes down like a couple miles and back, but I still wouldn't get on it.
how about Jim Thorpe? The town of Jim Thorpe.
What about it?
Have you ever thought about going there?
I won't get on a train, period.
No, the town itself is beautiful.
Oh,
Besides.
do they have like a train
Yeah.
steam engine?
Yeah. It's not. Is it a steam engine? It might be a steam engine. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is a steam engine.
Is that the one that goes along the river or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go on. I mean, there's one in Westchester to Glen Mills. But I'm just like, if I skits out in the middle of this thing, like, I'm stuck. Or I'm going to take a header out of the train and try to figure out where the hell I'm at and just start walking.
Yeah.
And I know that'll happen. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that if I freak out, I'm just going to get the hell out, and who knows what's going to happen. But, I can go into, like, I don't think you've ever seen it, but there's a actual train museum in Strasburg.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The big one?
Mm-hmm.
Not the toy. Okay. I love that. I love steam engines. It's just something
I actually
fascinates me how somebody was able to come up with that and build it, and it's got a million moving parts and shit.
I actually went to Lackawanna, Pennsylvania, and
Never heard of it.
We stayed in what used to be called the Lackawanna train station. They made it a hotel. And there's a steam engine that you go in. It's, it was amazing. And I also went down a coal mine. It was really cool.
That just made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's by Lackawanna College, and it was beautiful up there. It's not that far, but it's
the one when we were watching Jack and Ozzy's travels or whatever that show
when they went
was
into the
called.
salt mines.
And they went into that salt mine. I'm watching them drive. That I was so freaking uncomfortable because I'm like, there's no fucking way I could do that.
But just make, like I said, for the ones that are in the same boat as you, where they're afraid that they can't make these things, just make a list and start out small and then see where you can go from there. And never count anything 100% out, because you never give yourself enough credit of doing certain things. I'm not saying everything, but I'm saying some things. And I want everyone to take that.
Well, I also have another problem. I'm a pessimist. So I just assume everything is going to end horribly. It's going to fail. It's not going to work out. So mix that with the what if thinking, the anxiety, and the panic, and you got a real good recipe for nothing ever.
But you can change
happening.
being a pessimist. You just have to start thinking different.
No, I can't.
And you can. You're sitting here saying, no, you can't, but you can.
I'm just being pessimistic.
Well, stop it. But that's what I'm saying. And that's how things start to change. Yes, there are certain things that you may have to, alter a little, but it's called life. Life never stays the same. The only constant is change.
Yeah, but those things aren't that big of a deal when you don't have an anxiety or,
No, I'm not saying that.
Some kind of issue like that. Hopping on a plane or a train or jumping in a car is not a big deal. So it's not life.
That's not what I was saying. I'm saying change the pessimistic way of thinking. Like, I can give it a shot. What happens, rather than nope, ain't going to happen. Keep yourself open to give yourself a little bit of grace.
There's 33 years of living that way. It's hard to just.
I'm not saying it's not hard, but it's not impossible.
So far, it has been.
It hasn't, though, because we've gone places where.
They're 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
It doesn't matter how far something is, though. It's something that you haven't done before.
It matters to me.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying something that you didn't think you'd be able to do before, whether it's 5 minutes from home or 20 minutes from home. It was something that you never thought you'd be able to do, and you did do it. I understand the time factor. I get that. But it's still giving yourself a win because you were able to do something that you didn't think you were going to be able to do.
Well, there's another problem. I don't give myself wins.
No, not at all. And I fight with you about that all the time. But guys, keep these things in mind, and remember, you don't know you're not going to be able to do something unless you try. And don't let anyone make you feel any sort of way because you aren't able to do it. If somebody truly loves you, they're going to support you with your rises and your falls. So we will continue on to another topic the next time. We'll think of a good one for you. Have a good night, everyone.